The National Dog Show airs live on NBC and Peacock this Thursday, Thanksgiving Day at noon Eastern, and here to tell us everything she knows about this year's event is Xfinity movie editor, noted canine correspondent, and celebrated paparazzi Maddie. Maddie, are you positively thrilled about this year's dog show?
Oof.
Oh my gosh. I can't even look at my notes anymore.
Maddie, you're the queen of puns. What do you mean? You're the queen of puns. I
never do puns. Are you kidding me? That's like the opposite of me.
Maddie's not a pun person.
No.
It's too much tomfoolery.
Right. Yeah, let me just like even keel here a little bit. Let's take this seriously. This is a sports segment, okay? Sure. We're switching it up a little bit in the sports department, and we're talking about what should be considered a sport, the Purina National Dog Show. I mean, look at this guy on the logo. Tell me that. Look at me and tell me he's not an athlete. Okay,
he's not a rugged boy. Not gonna lie.
Boy.
Yeah, he's going through it. That's one of the former winners, I believe. It's another great Thanksgiving Day tradition. Is this furry competition? This will air on NBC and Peacock, so keep it locked after the Thanksgiving Day parade because the dog show airs immediately after. I know we have football to watch, but maybe like, what do we call that? The picture-in-picture pit box, the National Dog Show, because this is good stuff. Mm-hmm. So I want to remind everyone of last year's winner, who may be one of the cutest dogs I've ever seen in my life. Winston, the French Bulldog, took home Best in Show last year. And I mean, just look at this guy. Visually, winner's mentality here.
Sturdy. That's a sturdy dog.
That's a sturdy dog.
Right? And like, anyway. I was going to just say something negative about Frenchies, but I don't want to do that. Something I didn't know, though, is they have dog shows of specific breeds, and that's how you get picked to represent in the big show. So knowing at some point during the year there's like an all Frenchie dog show or like all Golden Retriever shows, I need to find out when and where those are because I would like to attend that. So you might be thinking, how are the dogs judged? Because I really didn't know, but I looked it up for all of us. And here is what the official website says. The judges examine the dogs and place them according to how closely each dog compares with the judge's mental image of the perfect dog as described in the breed's official standard. The main consideration is the dog's conformation or overall appearance, temperament, and structure. The judges are looking for characteristics that allow the dog to perform the function for which his or her breed was bred. So basically, it's pretty objective, I feel like, for the most part. So knowing that, the three of us made our picks for Best in Show 2023. We can be our own judges here. And we're going to each explain what breed we selected and why. And I'm going to start us off with selecting the American Staffordshire Terrier. I am selecting to win here, okay? I'm not messing around. Pictured here is my man, Trouble.
Trouble.
Just one of the greatest dog names I've ever heard. Trouble was anything but trouble in 2022 because he was the winner of the Terrier group. So he was in the, I guess, the final, I don't know what you would call it, the Best in Show, like final category. And I can't be sure if he'll be the representative of this breed this year, but I kind of like pictured Trouble off in the distance as like the confetti was falling for Winston and everyone celebrated. And he's like, you know how they do that with athletes? Like they stay and let the confetti fall and just like glare off in the distance. That's what Trouble was doing 100%, plotting his revenge tour.
Villain arc.
That's right. That's what I'm looking for. So I think the Staffordshire Terrier will reign supreme and take home the title. That is my pick. David, you're up next.
First of all, the pecs on this dog, Quam, are you feeling a little inferior?
I am. I'm like, this is a sturdy dog. Now this dog is built well.
He's got to be like in the working group, right? No, he's in the Terrier group. But I like it. They have the different groups, and some of them are like named around dogs, and then there's like the toy group, and then the working group. I feel like this guy could also be in the working group.
I like that, the working group.
If given the chance.
My selection is actually from the, I believe, the herding group. And today, like every other day, the dog breed I'm rooting for in this year's National Dog Show is the loyal intelligent, and endlessly energetic Australian Shepherd. Of course, this photo here isn't just any Australian Shepherd. This is my very own Aussie, an 8.5, why did I say 0.5? 8.5-year-old sweet boy named Billy. He's looking so handsome here in his springtime bandana. I love Australian Shepherds. Maddie, I see you poised to say something.
I gotta be honest, I think I always thought Billy was a girl.
I mean,
I was like Billie Eilish. Like that kind of Billy.
His name is spelled with an I-E, Billy, but
Okay.
Billy was Billy before Billie Eilish was even a thing.
Okay,
it was
enough.
Just, I didn't like the look of the Y, so it's like, oh, Billy with an I-E is a fun dog name. Billy is a boy. He's very sweet and very smiley here. I've often referred to, okay, let me reset. He's very intelligent. He's easy to train. They're very easy to train if you put the work in. They're incredibly loyal. I've often referred to Billy as my little shadow because he follows me everywhere. He stares at me all day to the point where it's like a little much. Like I'm working and I just look across and he's just looking at me. He reacts to every single move I make, no matter how small. I find myself getting up quietly because no matter where he is in the house, if he hears just the slightest sound of me moving, he immediately runs to me and is like, what are we doing? Which is adorable, but also like, you know, you can only take so much of that. That's why I don't have kids.
Is that why he's not in the room right now? Let's get Billy in the room.
The door is closed. He's laying right outside. They also have such beautiful hearts and big, expressive personalities, which makes them a lot of fun to watch at events like the National Dog Show. As some of our viewers may know, the National Dog Show is filmed just outside of Philadelphia, where we're all located right now. And I was actually able to attend the event back in 2021. It wasn't like I got some VIP access. Tickets are like $15. You can just go and watch it. It's like so easy. They're not sold out. And what makes this dog show particularly special is that you can go and actually walk around the convention center floor where all the dogs are being primped and prepared for their moment in the spotlight. And like Maddie said, like they're all like, you know, they're in groups. So there's like a lot of the same kind of dogs and they're separated by breeds. So if you're a fan of, for example, the Samoyeds, I never say that. Samoyeds.
I got no idea.
They're the big fluffy cloud dogs. You can go to that section of the show floor and you're just surrounded by floofs. You'll be in floof heaven, floating amongst the floof clouds. And if the dogs aren't actively being groomed, many owners will allow you to pet their pups. It's so much fun. I expected the show to look like a scene out of Best in Show, but it was far more chill than that. They do a really nice job at the National Dog Show, so I highly recommend you attend in person. And all that to say, Australian Shepherds, I just love them so much. And I have no idea what Aussie is competing, or if they even made it through the dog playoffs to the dog Super Bowl. But if they did, that's who I'm rooting for. Kwang, who is your dog? What is your dog breed of choice?
Well, David, you are my dog. But for this particular, that's so bad. But for this particular dog show, I had to go with the Australian cattle dog. So another Aussie dog. And I'm not a dog owner, nor am I a canine aficionado, but I do know a little bit about the cattle dogs. They're incredibly cute and extremely smart. So while I don't know how they rank up against other dogs, I just know that the IQ rating of my selection is a genius amongst its peers. It's the Stephen Hawking of hounds, if you will. And so while your dogs are just derping their way to success, my dog is intelligent and athletically built. And he doesn't even need feet.
That's what I was going to say. Your dog doesn't even have paws.
Well, he doesn't need paws. He doesn't need back legs. All he needs is his brain and his cuteness. Because that's all he needs to do to get by. And it's also a herding dog. So again, incredibly smart, great for being your best friend. And if I were to ever own a dog, this will be it. And what else about this dog? I don't know. It comes in tints of blue, which I think is super cool. And very unique, because how many mammals are blue? I can't think of one besides birds. And I don't know, birds are mammals. I think they are.
No, they're not.
They're not mammals?
No.
What are they?
Birds.
Birds. Yeah.
What do you mean? This is a conversation for another
Is
day.
it avian?
Avian, something like that. Definitely not mammals.
Oh, excuse me. I thought the birds were mammals too. So yes, this is the only blue mammal I can think of. So if that's not convincing enough, these dogs are just crunching numbers for maximum efficiency while also being world-class athletes. So the Australian cattle dog should be everyone's choice. And again, just look at this guy. I don't know where he's from. I pulled this off of Google, but he looks incredibly cute.
I love that you picked a graying dog.
There was no good blue photos of
old footless dog. He went back in time and almost prevented his parents from getting together, and now he's slowly disappearing.
He's the Spider-Man of dogs.
Marty McFly of dogs.
What does he say? Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. He feels great though. Look, he's having a great time.
He is having a great time. There are 3 happy dogs here. Although Maddie's dog does look a little derpy.
My dog is absolutely yoked. Look at my dog.
He's derping his way to success.
All right. See, but here's the thing. I think that if we watch this show, I actually think my dog will win. Was like runner up last year.
You're right. Like they seem to. The thing is like these dogs are so like so perfectly like it's like when you picture an what am I trying to say here? A golden retriever.
Quintessential version of okay.
It's like that is the cartoon version of the golden retriever. Like every dog is so perfect that the things that they're judging them on, you wouldn't even know what to look for. It's like, oh, this hair's out of place, which is why they like work so hard to groom them perfectly. And like you'll notice they like put the dog up on a platform and like scooch its little feet out to make it stand right.
Honestly, I'm a little disappointed because I thought the dog show was like an actual Olympics for dogs. Like, how fast can you run? Can you jump high? Are you catching the ball?
It's not like Nintendo.
Are you a good boy? Like, no, it's apparently just a good reference for dogs. And it's like,
the frisbee, there's no frisbee throw. But those exist though, those competitions. Maybe that's another day.
Yeah, those are like agility contests. This is just how primped does your dog look? How close is your dog to being Snoopy?
Well, I think we all agree that we're rooting against the poodles, right? Yeah. I'm just going to make a blanket 100%. Statement there. Okay.
Yeah, mean, old-looking dogs. The National Dog Show airs Thursday, November 23rd. That's Thanksgiving Day at noon Eastern on NBC and Peacock, immediately following the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Just say the National Dog Show into your Xfinity voice remote to check it out.